if today is your birthday, then stay with me for just a moment because I want to be among the first to speak over it. I knew this day before you ever drew a single breath. I marked it long before the world ever wrote it on a calendar. Maybe it is not an accident that this message reached you on the very morning your year begins again. You don't have to feel celebrated to be here. You don't have to feel young or ahead or proud of where you've arrived or sure that this year meant anything at all. You only have to be willing to listen for a little while. So take a slow breath with me and let the weight of the year behind you come down off your shoulders just for these few minutes. Before we go any further, hear this plainly, because honesty matters more than comfort. What you are about to receive is an encouragement drawn from the Bible, a reflection offered in faith. It is not a private revelation. It is not a prediction, and it is not a promise of any particular outcome in the year ahead of you. It is simply the timeless comfort of Scripture read gently over you on your birthday today. And there is one verse I want to build this whole birthday blessing upon. It comes from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 5. Listen to the words slowly and let them settle. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. Now let me be honest with you about those words, because they matter too much to bend. These were words the Lord first spoke to a young man named Jeremiah long ago, calling him to a particular work. So I am not telling you that you were appointed to be a prophet to the nations. But the truth living inside that verse is wider than one man, and it is echoed all through the Scriptures. That God knew you before you were formed, that He saw you before the world ever did, that your life was not a surprise to heaven, even if it was a surprise to everyone else. And on your birthday, that ancient truth is being read gently over you. So let these words come to you the way the Bible speaks them, as if the Father Himself were leaning close to your heart and saying, "My child, I knew you before there was a single day of you to know, before your first cry, before your first breath, before your mother ever held you. I knew your name. I knew the color of your eyes and the sound of your laugh and the particular way your heart would one day ache. You were not assembled by accident. You were not an extra added to a world that already had enough people in it. The Scriptures say it plainly in Psalm 139 that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You were made on purpose, and you were made with care, every part of you intended. And so today, the day you were born, is not a small thing in heaven. It is the anniversary of the moment a life I had already loved finally entered the world. I know that for some who are listening, birthdays have stopped feeling like gifts. Somewhere along the way, this day became a quiet reminder of all the things that have not happened yet. A measuring stick. A mark on the wall that only seems to show how far behind you think you are. Maybe this year, no one remembered. Maybe the messages were few, or the table was quiet, or the day passed like any other. Maybe you told yourself it did not matter, while a small part of you ached that it did. So hear me now, gently, on this day that belongs to you. You were noticed in heaven before you were ever noticed on earth. Even if no one sang over you this morning, you were still sung into being. Even if the candles felt like a formality, your existence was never a formality to the one who made you. I see the years you have lived, and I do not count them the way you count them. You look back and you see what you did not become. I look back and I see that you are still here. You see a list of things you meant to do by now, I see a life that has survived every single day it was handed. You count what is missing. I count what remains, and what remains is precious to me. You've carried a voice for a long time, haven't you? A quiet voice that gets louder around days like this one. It speaks in your own tone, so you assumed it was simply you telling yourself the truth. It says you are too old to start now. It says the best years are already behind you. It says everyone else figured it out and you are the one who fell behind. And on your birthday, it reads the years back to you, slowly, like a list of all the doors you think have closed. My child, hear me. That voice is a liar, and it has been lying to you for a long time. It does not speak for heaven, and it does not speak for the one who formed you before you were born. So today, when that old voice begins its familiar speech, answer it with truth. When it says you are behind, the truth says, I knew you before time even began. When it says you are running out of time, the truth says, I hold every one of your days in my hand. When it says your life amounted to nothing, the truth says, you were wanted before you were ever born. You don't have to win the argument with that voice today. You only have to stop agreeing with it. So if you are listening on your birthday with a heart that feels heavier than it should, this is for you. If you have reached an age you never pictured yourself reaching, and you feel unready for it, this is for you. If you have spent the day quietly wondering whether your being here has mattered to anyone at all, this is for you. If you woke up today already bracing for another year instead of welcoming it, this especially is for you. You don't have to pretend here. You don't have to perform gratitude you don't feel. You don't have to dress up your disappointment to make this day look the way it is supposed to look. Come as you are, on the day you came into the world, exactly as you are. I want you to hear how heaven actually feels about your existence. Because I think the world has told you the wrong story. The scriptures say that every good and perfect gift comes down from above, from the Father of lights. And you, your life, your breath, the very fact that you are here to listen, that is one of those gifts. This is not a God who merely permitted you to exist. This is a God who chose for you to exist. A God who looked across all the moments that could ever be and decided this world should have a you in it. If the only picture you've ever had is heaven tolerating you, let your birthday correct it today. You are not an obligation that the world got stuck with. You were wanted on purpose from the very beginning. And I want to speak gently to the comparison that has been stealing your peace, especially today. You have looked at other people your age and decided you are behind where you thought you'd be by now, behind the people you grew up with, behind some invisible schedule that no one ever actually handed you. But heaven does not run on that clock. You are not late, and you are not too late. You are not a slower, lesser version of someone else's life that was supposed to be further along by now. The scriptures are full of people the world counted out for their age, who were never once counted out by God. The elderly who were given new beginnings, the ones the world considered finished, who were only just being prepared. Your age is not your worth. The number of your years is not the measure of your life. So stop measuring your birthday against a race you were never meant to run. You are exactly where grace can still reach you. And grace has never once arrived too late to meet a single soul. I want you to think back for just a moment over all the years that brought you to this day. The seasons you were sure you wouldn't survive. The years you wondered if you would even reach this birthday. And yet, here you are, still standing, still breathing, still here on the day you were born. Do you ever wonder how? How you made it through what you made it through? How you found a reason to get up on the mornings when there seemed to be no reason at all? How a little strength arrived from somewhere on the days you were certain you had none left to give? The scriptures would say that was not chance. That was the hand that has held you since before you were born. You did not reach this birthday because you were strong enough on your own. You reached it because you were held through every year, even the ones you would rather forget. Held even when you could not feel the hands that held you. And here is something the years have been hiding from you. You are not the same person who was born all those years ago. And that is not a loss. That is a becoming. You think you have only been getting older, but you have also been growing in ways the mirror could never show you. The patience you carry now, you did not have when you were younger. The compassion you feel for other people who are hurting, you bought that year by year with your own tears. The quiet strength that gets you through the hard days, that was forged slowly across every birthday you ever doubted. Scripture says that those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength, that there is a renewing meant even for the weary. The years were never sent to use you up. They were the soil that a deeper life was meant to grow in. And you are not running down. You are being made more yourself, more real, and more tender than you have ever been. One day you will meet someone who feels exactly the way you feel on this birthday, and the very years that nearly broke you will become the reason they find the strength to keep going. Nothing you have lived through is going to be wasted, not 1 year of it. And I want you to know something about all those prayers you prayed across the years. The ones you thought went nowhere. The wishes you made over candles that never seemed to come true. The hopes you carried from one birthday to the next until you almost stopped hoping. The quiet ache year after year that maybe this would finally be the year things change. You thought those longings disappeared. You thought they melted away like wax into another year that looked just like the last. But the scriptures say your tears are not ignored, not a single one of them, not in any year you have ever lived. Every quiet hope was heard. Every wordless longing was understood. None of it was wasted, and none of it was ever too small to matter to the one who made you. Sometimes the answer wasn't what you asked for, and sometimes the answer was wait, which is the hardest answer of all to carry from one birthday to the next. But waiting was never the same thing as being forgotten. Beneath the surface, in the years your eyes could not read, something was quietly being prepared for you. Like a seed buried in the dark ground that looks like nothing at all, right up until the morning it finally breaks through the soil. You were never as alone in all that waiting as you felt. Now I know you may not feel any of this yet, even today. Feeling comes slowly when a heart has spent years bracing for disappointment. And that is all right. The truth does not wait on your feelings to become true. You were known before you were born, whether you feel known today or not. And these promises were written down long before your first birthday, so that they could find you on a birthday like this one. So let me say it again, gently, the way you may have needed to hear it for years. You were wanted, not tolerated, wanted. Known before your beginning and loved every year since. The world has taught you to measure your worth by what you have accomplished by your age, by how far along you are, by whether your life looks impressive on the day you were born. But that is not how heaven measures the value of your years. Your worth was never tied to what you achieved by now. It was tied to the love of the one who formed you. And that love does not rise when you succeed. And it does not fall when another year passes without the thing you hoped for. In the years you felt strong, you were loved. In the years you felt like a failure, you were loved. On the birthdays you celebrated, you were loved. And on the birthdays you wanted to ignore, you were loved still. And about the years you keep dragging along behind you, the regrets you replay on nights like this, the version of yourself you wish you had been by now. Hear this carefully, my child. You are not your wasted years. You are not the sum of the chances you think you missed. The scriptures promise that His mercies are new every morning. New every single morning, which means there is fresh mercy already waiting for you tomorrow on the very first day of your new year. Grace was never a reward for the people who arrived on time. It has always been a gift for the ones who felt they were running late. And that includes you today, on your birthday. So lay the lost years down, not because they never happened, but because they no longer hold the right to define the year that is just beginning. So today, on the day you were born, I am asking you to let go of a few things you were never meant to carry into your new year. Lay down the regret over the years that did not go the way you planned. Lay down the comparison that has quietly poisoned every birthday you have ever had. Lay down the fear that has been writing your future for you in ink it has no right to use. You were not made to carry those things into another year, and you do not have to carry them alone. If these words have stirred something in you today, you don't need to do anything dramatic. You don't owe anyone a comment to make this real. You don't have to prove your faith to a stranger on your birthday. But if you would like, take this quiet moment and turn it into a small prayer, like a candle lit just for the two of you. It can be as simple as this. Lord, thank you for knowing me before I was born. Help me to trust you with this new year. There are no perfect words. The scriptures show God meeting people in whispers and in prayers too quiet to finish. Your honesty is enough, today and every day. And if someone comes to your mind right now, someone whose birthday is near, or someone who feels forgotten on their own special day, you are welcome to share this message with them, not as a chain, not as a demand, just as a kindness, the way you'd light a candle on a table for someone you love. Now, here is one gentle but important reminder, and I won't rush past it. Faith is a deep comfort, but it is not a replacement for care. If you are struggling with your health or your mind, or a weight that feels too heavy to carry into another year, please also reach out to a doctor, a counselor, or someone you trust. Hope and help were always meant to walk together. Asking for support is not a failure of faith. It is wisdom, and it is brave. And before we come to the end of this birthday blessing, let me ask one simple thing of you. Step into this new year gently and without bracing for the worst. I'm not telling you that the year ahead will be easy. I'm not handing you a guarantee or a promise of how it all turns out. I'm telling you what faith has always whispered to the weary, that the story is still being written, and you are nowhere near the last page of it. You have survived 100% of your birthday so far, every single hard year behind you. Think about that. That is not luck. That is grace, carrying you through years you didn't even notice you were being carried. And the same grace that brought you to this birthday is not about to set you down at the start of a new year. So when the year ahead feels uncertain, remember you were known before it began. When the road looks long, remember whose hand has held you since before your first breath. When you cannot see what this new year holds, just take the one day in front of you and let yourself be carried. the way you always have been. So as this birthday message comes toward its close, I want to leave one thing in your hands to carry into the year ahead. Your life was not an accident, and your story is not finished. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11, records a hope worth holding, that the Lord knows the thoughts he thinks toward you, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Whatever the years behind you have taken, the final word over your life is not regret, and it is not too late. The thoughts that heaven holds toward you even today are thoughts of peace. I won't promise you a year without trouble. I won't pretend to know the things that only God knows. You've been handed enough empty wishes on enough birthdays, and I won't add to the pile. But I can leave you with what the scriptures say with full confidence. You were known before you were formed. You were wanted before you were born. And you are loved on this day more than the day itself could ever hold. So lift your head on your birthday. Not because the year ahead is suddenly certain, but because you were never, not for one moment, brought into this world by accident. Take one more slow breath now, on the day you were born, and let this be the truth you carry into your new year. You were known, you were wanted, and you are loved. Happy birthday, dear one, from a heart that knew you before the world ever did. And wherever this new year takes you, whatever it holds, may you walk through every day of it knowing that the one who formed you has not let go of your hand. Peace be with you, my friend, on your birthday and in every day that follows.